Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today I've got another easy painting from home that you can all feel free to follow along with me. I'll leave a link to the reference photo I'm using down in the comments below so you can check that out and paint along. But first of all, just a couple of updates. We finally found a new car, so I'm back to being able to commute to and from the studio on a regular basis, which means more videos are coming your way. Other than that, my weekly portrait drawing class has been going really great. Still got a couple of weeks before it's over, but if you're in the area, feel free, you can still join. Come in for a night every Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. in Long Jetty. Check it out. Message me on Instagram for more info about that. Anyways, let's just get into this video and what's happening here. As you can see, I started this painting up from a scumbled SketchUp, just indicating to myself proportions and composition so that I can have something to stand upon and easily change about if I feel the need to, because scumbled up sketches is a lot easier to change around than heavier, thick paint, so it's just a nice scaffolding to set down for myself. From there, I'm just mixing up a heavy medium to paint ratio so that I can get a sort of a wash block in quickly. Looking to block in my darker areas first and then build up off of those. Man, I really enjoy these paint from home type of videos, honestly. I feel they're sort of more accessible for everyone, considering not everyone has a studio like I do. But let me know what you think in the comments below about painting from home, these sorts of videos where I'm just painting at my house instead of the studio. Love to hear your feedback about that. But yeah, back to the block-in sort of stage. It's really nice to be able to start with this sort of a washed block-in where everything's sort of nice and washy and flat so that I can just build up upon it. It really adds to my working process, working this way. But once I'm done with blocking in the darks, I start to look for those midtones. I've kind of been a little back and forth between this process lately, trying to find the midtones first and foremost, then go into the blacks and whites instead of going from darkest to lightest as I've done for most of my painting career. I'm still a little iffy about that process, finding the midtones first, but it works really well. I might show you all what I'm talking about in a future video, maybe, if you're interested in. It's something Sargent talks about and does in all of his paintings. Really, really interesting process, and it sort of leaves itself open to build upon even more. It's really, really interesting process. This entire painting process, I have one thing on my mind, and that is to keep my brushworks loose and leave the refinement of edges, shapes, values, only for areas that I really want to bring forward. I'll be honest, it was a little tricky keeping that in mind for the whole process because I kind of found myself at a couple of points with too much looseness, not enough refinement, and I just kind of had to just set the painting down and come back to it with fresh eyes to see what I wanted to do with it. I think I sat the painting down a total of like 3 times over 2 days so that I could keep my mind clear about what was and wasn't working. The entire process was about 3 hours long, but I stretched that over a couple of days, like 2 days, just setting the painting down, working on some drawings or working on some other paintings and stuff. It's just really good to be able to set things down, and then, you know, if you're not sure what's going on, what's happening with the piece, what's happening with the process, it's a great thing to do to set the piece down, come back to it, go work on something else rather than just set down your painting for the day and don't work on any more paintings. Go work on something else, like a drawing or something that isn't that piece, and come back to it, and you'll find pretty much most of the time you'll be able to see what's wrong with it. And I kind of felt like I had to do that quite a lot because I'm so used to sort of I don't want to say refining the painting, but refining their painting to the point where I'm like, this kind of feels very rigid, and so I'm trying to just open myself up and loosen myself up so that I can just, you know, make these paintings feel and look a lot more natural than what my paintings have been looking like. this is something I've been doing recently with my charcoal drawings. I've been really sort of allowing myself to loosen up, and then as I'm refining the work, I'm getting tighter and tighter in certain areas and bringing forth the various features of the portrait in the charcoal drawing, so that that refinement like pops, but still there's that essence of that loose sort of painterly feel about the work, and that's something I really, really love seeing, not only in my own work but in other people's work. It's just a really beautiful process to see, because then you've got this beautiful painterly like feel about the painting, but then there's refinement in certain areas. It really pops and pulls you into the painting itself. I don't know. You got to see some paintings like that. Hopefully, I accomplished that in this painting. You can let me know what you think about this painting in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. But overall, it was really a great challenge to put myself through, and I'm going to attempt a heck of a lot more portraits with this process in mind. I think it's such a beautiful way to paint. Like I said, it just opens itself to just such a painterly like feel. It's a really fresh feel. Overall, I think it's important to find painters who inspire us, so that we can pull a little bit from each one and sort of create this Frankenstein process of our own. Kind of adds a whole new level of uniqueness that is curated by your own taste. And that's what I've kind of been doing lately. I've been pulling a little bit from Sorolla, a little bit from Casey Bao, a little bit from like Andrew Tischler, a little bit from Cesar Santos, a little bit from Toko Suzuki, a little bit from a whole bunch of artists. I've kind of just been pulling here and there over a whole stack of different artists that I really love and admire, to sort of implement to my own working process. Not because I want to like replicate what they're doing, but just there's little certain things about each artist that I really love, that I feel like I could, if I put those together and I put that together, then it's going to make something really, really interesting. And that's kind of what I'm searching for right now. I'm searching for that uniqueness, that sort of unique style that really appeals to me. And I feel like I'm really close to getting that down. So that's kind of what I'm working towards at the moment, and probably will be working towards for the rest of my life. But we'll see how we go. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thought about this video. Let me know about what you thought about the talk over. Definitely hit me up on Instagram if you painted along, or if you did your own painting from that reference. I'd love to see it. Leave a comment, a like on this video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, hit that bell so you get notified every time I upload, and most importantly, hit the sign up link in my website to sign up to my newsletter, so you get 24-hour early access, as well as reference photos to all the paintings I do here on YouTube. That's it. That's all. Thank you so much for joining, guys. I'll catch you all later. Bye.